Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Sayu TV. We are live for the MUFC Unfiltered podcast on a Sunday. Where would you want to be on a Sunday night with the lads talking all things football, all things Man United? And here to discuss it all, we got Double A, first and foremost. Double A, what are you telling me, dog?
Hey, 3-point collectors, bro. You know what I mean? Like, 2 games back to back. The boys have done it. I'm good, man. Good to be here on a Sunday, as always, to finish off. Been a good weekend, so can't complain. Obviously, big up to you, Sai. Big up to Ash as well, and obviously whoever joins us later. Big up to the best chat on YouTube. Yep. It's a pleasure to be here, mate. And yeah, man, I'm ready to dissect the game.
Yeah, absolutely. We got man like Ash in the building. Ash, how are you, man? You know what I'm saying to you? Big day, Old Trafford. Obviously, you were there. You know what I mean? Mad day.
Yeah. Good day. Nice to see the boys on the score sheet. Rasmus 4-4 now, is it? Garnacho with 2. It's clean sheet as well, which was big. The only downside is Martinez, isn't it? Getting injured. So
yeah.
We'll see what that looks like tomorrow, but I'm sure we'll talk about that as we go on today. But you know, big up to Double A and yourself, Saeed. Appreciate being here in the chat as well. Get yourselves involved and make sure you're hitting those like buttons, boys. But yeah, good day.
Big up, man. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button, people, man. We should have Flawless here any minute, people. So Flawless will be here. And hopefully Andy Tate will be here as well. So big up to Andy Tate. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Listen, before we start, man, we have to cook Liverpool for a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, them man can hold that. You know what I'm saying to you? It's good to see them Scousers, you know what I mean, down. And I did a little match reaction, and everyone's like, why are you lot talking? Why can't we talk, guys? Why can't we talk to them Scousers? If you don't win the league this year, this Klopp send off, you know what I mean? They're trying to do the Fergie send off. You're not going to do it, guys. Fergie was 1 in a million. Klopp ain't going to get that send off. And hopefully, like I said to you, that won't happen. But Double A, man, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice day when United win and the Scousers lose. It's lovely.
Oh, mate, absolutely. Do you know what I mean? Like, listen, no matter where they are, each club, whether one of them is cooking, the other one's in the mud, you know, pretty much this season, what you can say, the team I hate the most, and they always will be the team I hate the most. City will come and go, because obviously City were always the little brother that used to get bullied. No one cared about Manchester City, do you know what I mean, when I was growing up. And to Liverpool. Well, I've always been brought up the Liverpool are your biggest rivals, and that's still the case for me today. So, listen. If Manchester United can't win the league this season, obviously we're not going to.
Definitely
has to be Arsenal that win the league. Look, Liverpool can go on 20, and City can do 4 in a row. Neither of those things I want to happen. Similar last season, like a lot of London Reds wanted City to win the league because they didn't want Arsenal to win the league. I could never be that way. It's never to me my DNA to hate both City and Liverpool are the two teams I hate the most. Arsenal, yes, we hated them through late 90s, early 90s because of that massive and still for me the best rivalry that the Premier League's ever seen. I don't think Liverpool City ever came close to that. So I do have that hatred for them, but they are the lesser of the three evils to say. Do you know what I mean? So listen, the fact they've closed the gap to 2, I know City have got 2 games in hand, and if they win both of them, they can go top. But you have to, as a United fan, you have to say it's nice to see Liverpool get this whole Klopp send-off thing lasted.
It's irritating me, man.
Farewell party lasted 6 days.
Yeah.
Bro, you know? Like,
I've had enough, man. Every day about Klopp, this and that. Like, you man can hold that, man. You know what I'm saying to you? Big Steve cooked him in midweek here, and I was like, yo, man, like, fair play, man, because it feels like there's a big send-off ash, you know what I mean? And it's all geared towards Liverpool winning the title, but you know what I mean? Not round here, mate. Not round here, lads. Not round here.
Nah, not at all. Always is with Liverpool, though. But you know what it is? It's the hospitality. It's the hospitality they give for the journalists and that. That's what I was hearing from a journalist. They're saying the way they treat him, the way they look after him, there, where you go to Old Trafford and all that, and it's just, you know, that you basically get a cup of tea and a ham sandwich, you know, and that's just going to be the way, and has been the way under the Glazers. Do you know what I mean? One of the big reasons why we need to get rid of those boys. This Liverpool loving it's this kind of like this Klopp romance nonsense. Do you know what I mean? The guys won less than United have in the same period. Like, we're forgetting that. Do you know what I mean? We've won more trophies in the same period, and we've been deemed a failure. Okay, don't get me wrong. You know, the first league title in God knows how many years, but yeah, I mean, it'd be the worst thing to see Liverpool lift this title. I don't think anyone outside of Liverpool wants to see that. You know, it's one of those. Going on what you're saying about Man City, though, to me, I don't legitimize nothing that they win means anything to me, so I'm not bothered them winning. I've got to be honest. I've got a few City friends and stuff, and relatives, and the missus, the father-in-law's, you know, City season ticket holder and all that. But for me, it's just not legitimate. Do you know what I mean? Those 115 charges, and I'm not seeing it. So they can win whatever they want. It'll never mean anything. You know, they owe us a league title in that year. Ollie finished second. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I'm not seeing it. So they can win it. Arsenal, I still have that hatred with the Vieira, the Keane, all that kind of stuff. I feel like it feels a little bit more, you know, I don't know, just visceral. It's one of those where, Arsenal, the fans are a nightmare, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? You know, they just.
But I'm come off social media. I don't mind Arsenal fans. I'll just come off social media. Like, but with Liverpool fans, the thing you have to
remember about Arsenal fans is, though, like, they're just that. When you get a night bus home from town and you've got that singing mad songs and talking to himself, going mad. That's all Arsenal fans are. They just ramble. Everyone just look forward. Just put your headphones in. Listen to your tunes.
They're the 209. Go to 209, Go to 209.
192 as well. 192 going through Longsight at 1:30 in the morning. That's that.
Oh, yeah. That's my ends. I know about that. That's my ends. Yeah. I know all about that.
Longsight boy. I know about that, bro.
Oh, is that? I didn't know he was. I had no idea.
Yeah, never asked for this. You know what I mean?
Say I did it. You know what I'm saying? Look at the way our brotherhood has blossomed. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
100%. No, but real talk, though.
What have I walked into? What's going on? What have I walked into? Go on.
Well, we're just saying, like, I'm big on Flawless, by the way. We're just saying, like, in terms of the title race, obviously Liverpool crumble. It's a nice day for us as well. But I just wanted to ask you a question. Like, it's one of them where it's one of Operation Arsenal got to win the league, or are you kind of like, nah, listen, I'm not bothered. Whatever happens. Like, where are you kind of at, like, in the league title race?
It's worst case scenario, because they're the three options and they're the three teams I hate the most. You know, so that's where I'm at with it. Gary Neville said the best thing ever on Sky Sports a few years back, and he was like, it's like picking a man to take your wife off you. That's what it is. You're losing your wife regardless. If you're asking me in regards of order, like who I dislike the most, Liverpool are top. I'm Mank born and bred. It's Liverpool. For those that don't know in the chat, like that's more than a footballing rivalry. Like that's a whole city. Do your Googles, that's a City versus City rivalry. And they're literally down the road. And then you was mentioning, obviously I joined and you was mentioning Arsenal. Can't stand them. Because like that was the heated rivalry when I was in high school. And it was full of, my high school was, college as well was like that. Full of United fans, full of Arsenal fans. Ash mentioned it as well in regards to Keane versus Vieira. Like that's the iconic Premier League rivalry. I don't think that will ever be topped ever. Like we remember those wars. Like so much went on the pitch and then so much went on off the pitch. So it's Arsenal and then City. I can't stand City. Like the same way people are like, oh, well, I can't.
Liverpool for me more. Liverpool for me more. Sorry to cut you off because City,
cool.
because of the charges and whatnot, because of the fact that I've seen them win too many, it's become normal. It shouldn't be normal, but it's become normal. But Liverpool, nah, bro. When they won that 19th trophy, it hurt me. Even in lockdown, I was like,
I get you. Yeah. Because that's there just as a Mancunian, we just don't, like I said, don't want to see them do well. So it is Liverpool and Arsenal. They're loud. I know a lot of Arsenal fans, not just on social media, off social media. They're extreme. Whereas City, there's just less noise. They want to treble.
Silence, isn't it?
Yeah, like they want to treble. Let's talk about this. They want to treble, and like, they want to treble, but it was. Imagine Liverpool want to treble.
We've forgotten already.
Like, we'd be if Liverpool want to treble, we'd still be hearing about it now. If Arsenal want to treble, we'd still be hearing about it now. And to any rival fans in the chat, Manchester United are in the same boat. We'd be annoying too. If we want to treble, we'd be going on about it every podcast for the next 2 years. If we want to treble. Look how long we still dying off 99. I still died off 99 because I was lucky enough to see it. I still mention it.
City could win 4 in a row this season, and obviously the first team to do it in the Premier League era.
Yeah,
Leicester and Blackburn would still be bigger stories winning the league, and that tells you something. But if Manchester United were to win 4 in a row, if Liverpool to win 4 in a row, people will be talking about it forever.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it comes to.
No matter how much you spend and what they do. We all know, and when them charges finally come home to roost, my dad was telling me today about they've had a meeting with the sports minister, and they won't release the minutes of the meeting, and it's apparently saying it had nothing to do with the charges. You not seen this? Yeah, no. City had a secret meeting with the sports minister, and they won't release the minutes of the meeting. It's not in the public's interest, but apparently say they didn't talk about the charges. Bollocks. Absolute bollocks.
Brown envelopes. You know what I'm saying to you? But listen, but it's crazy, man. But listen, we got our own issues to talk about. Over 500 in the building. Smash the likes up, people. Listen, man, it was good to see some goals, man. Guys, it was good to see some goals. I'm real with you, man.
Wait. That's how far we are back. So you just opened up the conversation and said, it was good to see some goals. February, you know.
Goals, man.
Match week 23.
3 goals.
Well, go on. Sorry, go on.
No, for real, man. I was just the first half was flat for me. I mean, we got the goal, but I think Crystal Palace were dominating. Sorry, West Ham were dominating most of the game without really. I think they had one chance in the save that Onana made, but I can't lie, man. It's good to score 3 goals. We'll get into obviously the injuries and whatnot, but Garnacho shot in the second half. I thought it was flat in the first half, and yeah, man. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. It could have been better, but I thought it was a professional. The defense was solid. You know, Double A, you can't complain with that, man. That's one of them kind of games where under Fergie, you just tick off like that. 3-0, job done. You go home, have a brew, watch Liverpool lose. You know what I mean? Simple. You know what I mean?
Bro, absolutely. And well, first of all, I was rushed today because I forgot what time we were kicking off, right? So, first of all, I was out with my daughter at my mum's, and my stepdad was like talking through the fixtures. I thought it was our full kickoff. I was like, he's like, blah, blah, blah. Liverpool, Arsenal. I went, oh, that definitely sounds like an R4 game to me. Checked on the app quick. Oh, shit, 2 o'clock. He's like 12. I had to piss off home there quick, get changed and fly up. So I almost missed the game. So in my head, I've not had time to sit on it and think about, oh, shit, what's happening? I was too busy rushing. Obviously, they beat us at their place earlier on in the season. So it's never going to be an easy game. And I think it's a recipe for disaster. It's a team that's already beaten us coming to at home. We've not been great at home this season. And, you know, coming off the back of a fantastic win in a week, but obviously nearly shit in the bed, as we normally do. It's almost a recipe for disaster. So for United not to turn up and take a 2-0, 3-0 loss, not out the realms of possibility, But I think what you said there, Saeed, absolutely smashes it. Like, it was a professional performance. They got the job done. Obviously, a couple of moments from Maguire that could have led to, you know, 1-1 could have led to them it being 1-1. 2-0 as well, I think. You know, fantastic recovery from Delo. I'll give him his props today.
Yeah. Facts.
But, you know, there was some good performances in that team today. I think both full-backs, for me, up there, close to being man of the match. If it wasn't for 2-goal Garnacho, you could be talking about Luke Shaw, Delo being up there for man of the match, I think. And that, you know, pains me to say, being a Delo hater, apparently.
I said apparently, you know. I said apparently, you know. There's no apparently. There's no apparently. Nope.
But you know what it is though? Delo, it just needs to be consistent with it. Like, for me,
absolutely,
people assume that you're hating on him, but it's like, if you put in the performances week in, week out, like, I don't really have anything to say, man. But I just look at Delo, it's like, you're always going to see them kind of bad games in him. You know he's going to be there with him. That you're never kind of fully 100% committed with, I'm Dalo's biggest fan, or I'm Dalo. I know whether we're going to get a solid Dalo today. It's still a bit iffy for me.
But you know what, though? He locked up Kudus today, so much so we had to change wings second half. Locked him up, mate. And listen, that's the type of player where he has a nightmare. Like, against the elite teams, you know, we always say we prefer Wan-Bissaka for his defensive capabilities against the likes of City, Liverpool, and stuff like that. Yeah. But listen, you know, this is a player a lot of Manchester United fans want, and the reason, you know, they cuss out Anthony saying, "Oh, we could have got Kudus," and obviously we've ended up with Anthony. You locked him up, man. We didn't see nothing of Kudus enough for me to think they were dangerous. So, listen, we know there's a lot more to come that for us to be happy from this team. Consistency. A lot of people are saying it. You know, I want to see this for 5, 6, 10 games from this Man United team, but we have to start somewhere, and we're constantly sick of these false starts. Get a win, and it's like, right, now we need to see that consistent bounce, and then we lose the next game. The fact they've done it for 2 in a row now, listen, we have to take it, and well, 3 if you count it, obviously Newport as well. So, listen, let's start to build some consistency now, and the fact we've got that, what you would say our probably strongest lineup, obviously, Licher, you know, touch wood, it's not too long, but listen, we have to be confident that, as we said it all season, it's going to have to click eventually. Hopefully now, near the business end of the season, it's starting to click into place.
Yeah. What were you most happy about Ash today? You know what I mean? In terms of when you were at the ground today, was it the second half performance? Was it the fact that the youngsters were shining? You know, Kobe Mino, Garnacho shining. What was it for you that impressed him? Was it the defense? Because I thought the defense was on point today. Yeah, they had like limited resources up front, but listen, you still got to deal with it, man. We've seen less teams like Crystal Palace come out to our ground and beat us, man. So it's not an easy task. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, their forward line scored more than ours in the Premier League this season. Do you know what I mean? Bowen and Kudus and that. You know, the defense is always galvanised having Martinez in there, isn't there? So it's just a massive worry that he's going to be out. And he was holding his knee, and you know he did his metatarsal. So is that a knock on? You know, with what's going to happen with his knee and all that? You know, so I'm worried in that situation that we might even be looking like long term. So hopefully scans come back and it's all good tomorrow. But today, I was happy to see Rasmus score that beautiful goal on his right foot. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We, that counter press from Casemiro, high up, wins the ball, feeds it into Højlund, does a little move, opens up some space on his right. The West Ham defence were not expecting him to go on his right foot and just smashed it home. Love to see that. I don't think we ever see it. Beautiful finish, weren't it? Just pure power. You know what I mean? It was sort of reminiscent of Van Persie and Rude just striking the ball. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is a shout. Just clean. The low was solid, locking up Kudus, like you said. Mino, Casemiro. I just, for me, it's a lot of it's overshadowed by Martinez because you bring him back into the team and it clicks. You know, we've got a clean sheet and that. You know, it's what we've. I'm just worried what's it looking like going forward now. You know, are we going to go back to who's playing next to Maguire or Varane or Evans or Lindelof, and that's where we're at again now. So I am coming away from the stadium a little bit worried because he was walking past me. I was in the south stand and I'm seeing him, and the look on his face, he was devastated. Yeah,
he was devastated. So, he was crying. He was nearly crying, man. He was nearly emotional.
You know what though? Why doesn't he take him off earlier? The moment he starts to feel it and he goes up to the side, why does he come back on?
He spoke to Ten Hag though. He spoke to Ten Hag. He said, "I can still stay on." He said I can still stay on.
Older, wasn't he?
So that's what I'm saying, but he's got to tell him, yo, listen, you're coming off regardless.
You're too
He came
important.
on, you know what I mean? And that's the problem, man.
Ten out to Waslow. Like, he just gets bullied by every player, mate. Like, Anana bullied him, going AFCON and all that. Rashford just come in and said, move, man, I'm starting next game. Game on his foot. And then Martinez is like, I'm not going back on. Goes on and then gets another tackle.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know,
but we were 2-0 up then as well.
I think it was.
We were 2-0 up then as well. So, do you know what I mean? It's like, just bring him off. You tell the player, look, listen, you're too important. Bring you off, precaution and all that.
Prick, man. Kufal's a prick, man. He basically put his weight on him, man. You get me? Like, it's such, you know what it is, yeah? I don't know. Sometimes I think with Martinez, I love Martinez, but there's certain situations when I'm like, I don't think he needs to go in for that foul, or I don't think he needs to go in for that tackle. But you can't change who he is, though. That's what he is. He gives everything.
Statements, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what he does, man. But sometimes I'm like, you don't need to go there, bro. Like, I'm watching him like, yo, Martinez, don't leave him over there, man. Leave him. He's in the corner. Like, all you got to do is stand off him. But he wants to have that crunching tackle. Him and Casemiro are dogs, man. They're like proper, like, you know what I mean? Like generals. And I feel like that's what it is, man. You know, there you go. Someone away. Yeah, exactly. He should just hit you out of play. But
because he shepherded it. That one, I get what you're saying. That one, I don't really blame too tough on him like that. That's one of them. Because if he doesn't shepherd it out and Kufal gets it and goes through on goal, we're like, why didn't you shepherd it out? We've seen it today. Look at the goal that Liverpool scored. That's a prime example. The goal is Saliba trying to shepherd it to the goal, deal with it. Even the Van Dijk one is kind of a little bit different, but you want your defenders to deal with those type of things. So, like I said, if Kufal squares it and scores, we're all like, Martinez, why don't you just shepherd the ball out? Why don't you put your body on the line? So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, 100%, man. What about the goal flawless, man? Listen, Højlund's got 10 goals now. 10 goals.
4 in 4.
Yeah.
Wait, he's got 10 goals? Oh, yeah, because he scored in the champs.
Yeah.
Equal.
What did you want at the start, flawless?
Equal
15 goals
last season.
Go on. What are you saying?
No. What I was saying was 15 goals we was expecting this season. He's on 10 already. Do you know what I mean? I don't think anyone was expecting 20-25 goals from this season coming in. Young kid and that from, Serie A and Atalanta and, not playing at a big team, and to expect 15 goals and he's on course for that. He gets himself up to 20 goals. That's a good first season, especially coming off the back of the first half of the season. So, it's exciting to watch him now. And you can see he's demanding the service and he's wanting a little bit more, isn't he? And we saw it with a Newport game, him screaming at Garnacho.
It's about time. That's what's been missing. It's about time he started doing. He was shouting. I don't know who it was. You lot might know because he was at the game, but he was shouting at someone today. I'm not sure why, but he was shouting at someone today at some point, and it's like that's what we need. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah, I saw him in the second half. He actually walked over to Garnacho and was having a conversation with him again, telling him, "Listen, this is what we need to be doing." I think it was when we broke, and I think Garnacho passed. Cut back and it ended up fucking up or something. But the thing is, you talk obviously for what he's doing now, the output we're getting from him, considering he still only had 2 shots today, and one of them was the goal. He's still not getting the service regular enough.
Yeah, true.
And then it's not even
not enough.
Everyone said he finally got assisted. He didn't really. Like if he wasn't. It was a tackle from Casemiro.
Yeah, technically he did, but he did it. Context. It's context. It's not an assist.
He's still making his own goals, and this is the problem. It's all right. Garnacho scoring 2, but fucking give him the ball, and he's clearly
it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen with these. Like we were talking about the lower, like him being what Manchester an average fullback. Same with this forward line.
I hate to say, sorry, bro. I hate to say. Unlock like Ahmad would be the guy.
I know, but
get on the pitch.
I don't know what Ahmad's done, man.
Yeah, the reason why I want to see. Yeah, I want to see him is because at least he's all of our wingers are shoot first. We've established this. Even is shoot first. Their first thought process is, how am I scoring? Not how am I linking up and trying to assist, and that's terrible for a 9. And that's why we're seeing Højlund as what's happened to him this season. Yeah, go on, say.
I think the only way he gets back in. Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, the Ahmad thing reminds me of maybe Zaha with David Moyes. I don't know if he's going out with his daughter or something, but...
What do you mean? Has Ten Hag even got you? Yo, let's
he has.
He's got daughters.
Yeah.
He's only got a son.
He's only got a son? I'm joking.
So
I don't know what he's got, rumors, man. Just starting false rumors, man.
Bro, I don't listen.
Are you the Daily Mail? I was like,
I
Bleacher
don't know what
Report.
I don't know
Nah,
what's
it's
going
talent
on.
identification. It's Ten Hag, innit? He can't identify talent. He doesn't know. Do you know what I mean? He needs players to be injured, and then for Ahmad to be his last option, for him to come in and then play and then perform, for him to decide, okay, yeah, he's good enough. Because right now he's not recognising on the football field that he is good enough on the training ground. He's good enough. You know, it's Ten Hag's talent identification again. You know, it's one of those things that we're going to see. I think over the next 12 months, if we give him the window in the summer, I'm worried. You know, he needs to be starting.
You know what it is as well, though. It's I think as well what they give as well. The front three is they give a lot of running and pressing. I don't know if Ahmad's not doing that or whatnot, but he wants him to do a particular thing, and he's not that sort of player. But then neither is some of the technical players that we had before, and the manager not really liked them in that aspect. So maybe it is a thing where technical players are not favoured more than people who are willing to press and run and have that athleticism and that, you know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe it's that, but Ahmad should be getting minutes because Anthony didn't do shit today. Anthony came on the pitch and doing shit today.
Nothing.
I think he had a few good touches from on my side. I'm not saying no, he did say don't let
I don't remember.
He had a few good decent touches and he won the ball back and had next near me. He had a bit of a decent. I'm not gonna say he come on.
What would you rather have though?
Is that because his standards are so low though that a few decent touches makes you think okay, he's like a few decent touches?
But we say when players come in, if he's not stinking, you know, his cameo against Wolves hummed. He stuck out the place.
Yeah, it was
almost like dog shit, wasn't it? But
yeah.
Today he didn't do that. So you know, again, you know, we talk about building confidence. He come on and didn't do the worst. But I was screaming for Ahmad. It's 3-0. Get Ahmad on the pitch. There's no reason for you to bring Anthony on. We know what he offers. We know what he does. But you know, we all want to see Ahmad. And you know, one of the big selling points of Ten Hag when he comes to the club was that he promotes youth. The only two that he's promoted are Garnacho and Mainu. They're the only two that are consistently getting minutes. Now we're seeing Forson come on the pitch because he's not signed a fucking contract. And that's
I know.
That's of course. He's nowhere near the first team until he turned down his first contract offer. And now he's getting promoted in now it's the leak in PR. Ten Hag really likes him. Listen, it's not our decision, and we know we're nowhere near telling the manager who to play. The fans want to see Ahmad. We saw what he did for Sunderland. The manager spoke on how well he did at Sunderland. I don't believe Ahmad isn't performing in training. We've seen, you know, Saeed saw with his own eyes doing the extra bit of work. The kid is ready. The kid wants to play football. Like, and it's sad to see him, like, obviously opposite side of the pitch to me, but you know, you see. I don't know if anyone else saw it. Anthony stood up and like on the wall waiting. He's like, show them players when you used to play like for your team as a kid. Them players are always warming up in front of the manager, thinking, "Come on, look at me, manager, put me on." He's like desperate to get on the pitch. He stood up. All the other players are sat down in the seats. He's leant over the wall, like sitting on the stairs. Like, bro, just calm down. Ahmad's right in the corner, and you can tell like. You could see for even from that far away, you can see that like he just wants to play some football, and I don't see why.
Of course,
how bad we've been, and for me, he's getting the Palistri treatment, and that's the sad thing because Palistri's another player that, you know, going off his agent, he's probably never going to play for the club again. So I'd hate for that to happen to Ahmad, and I wonder why Ten Hag's not eager to give some of these kids a chance. Because you say Saeed, like maybe he's not able to do this and this what the manager wants. How the fuck do we know? Because you don't get on the pitch to even try.
Yeah, I know.
This is it. He can do no worse than the players in front of him. I'm not sat here saying Ahmad's the answer. He's going to do this, that, and the third. We know what doesn't work. So how about try something different? We've watched, excluding today, we've watched Garnacho be awful all season. Same with Rashford, same with Anthony, same with every other wide player, anyone else who's played out there, whether it's Bruno, whether it's Martin, or Cameo. Like, why not try him? And worst case scenario, he gets 1 goal in 30 games. All right. You just did what Anthony did. Why not?
In the 20 minutes he had against Nottingham Forest, he looked decent. He's done more in that 20 minutes against Forest than he's done all season. I don't know how you're not looking at that. The amount of passes and the creation that he brought to the game. Yeah, it's what are you saying, man?
Yeah. Makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. Big up Oasis, man. Member for 2 months says, big up the panel. Good to see CS. Bruno once kept things simple. I don't know why I can't do that more consistently. Up with the youngster scoring. Listen, there was a situation with Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes having a little bit of an argument. I don't know if you guys seen it yet.
I didn't see
But
this.
Casemiro, what is it with people what do people want? Yeah, because a lot of people want Casemiro to do all of the dog work or whatnot. But then I feel like Bruno today wasn't doing the creativity part of the game. So then Casemiro felt like it was his kind of, responsibility to play the ball forward. Second half, he actually did it better for me, second half, than he did it in the first half. But I don't know, everybody's kind of like divided with Casemiro. But that goal, the first goal doesn't happen without Casemiro not pressing from the front.
No.
You know what I mean? So you're going to hate him or you're going to love him, but his importance in the team is still there to see. Like, you're not going to want McTominay in there because he's not a DM. You're not going to want Eriksen there. He's not a DM. So I don't get it. Like, Casemiro's going to divide opinion.
You get it, Saeed, but it's just our fan base. You know what I'm saying? Some of our fan base don't deserve nice things. Remember there was a conversation about Varane not being good enough on the ball to play in the team. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he started playing again, performed to a high level, and everyone went, Varane's good. Varane's always been good enough. Like, what we talking? This is Rafael Varane. Like, what are we talking about? It's the same with Casemiro. Yeah, he might have a bad game here or there. Who doesn't? But more often than not, he plays well. And when he's missing, you see a huge difference when he is missing. Like today, he's the only, you mentioned Højlund, like the Højlund goal. He's the only midfielder who makes that tackle. Yeah. He's the only one who's aggressive on the front foot. A lot of midfielders would just scream that. Well, that's him. But then people say, oh, look at the amount of jewels he lost and all this type of foolishness. And then back Bruno. It's like, what are we talking about here? Casemiro's levels above Bruno, not in sense of like attacking and going forward. I'm talking about just as a player. Saying if they're offered to both, we know who you're taking. Why? What are we talking? Why is this a conversation? Only in our fan base, actually, probably one of the few fan bases, maybe Arsenal, maybe Liverpool, do we have this foolishness? I'm saying of doubting someone the level of Casemiro. I'm not saying he's above criticism, but more often than not, he performs to a good level. And our better performances come when he plays. What are we doing?
Bro,
100%, man.
And you got to remember how long he's been out for. Like the guy, he's coming back. He's feeling his way back into the team. Like he's not played first team football for a long time. I thought he was fantastic today. I thought he had a really solid game.
But everyone said he was poor. A lot of people say he's had a poor game. I didn't really see that.
I don't get that.
Like, what were you saying was he was giving the ball away? I thought defensively he was okay. He was, and we were good, solid. We were good, and also on the ball. What we expecting? Like, I don't get why he was bad today. I thought he, again, solid, I think is the correct, decent 6-7 out of 10.
Right, it's mad. Yep. Why United fans have to have an agenda against a player in their team? Like, there has to be someone to be a scapegoat every single season. Casemiro seems, because of his slow start to the season, this season, an injury, he seems to be the one that seems to be getting it. Let me tell you now, him being injured and not in our midfield, we have missed him. Absolutely. Him... You know, him, Shaw, and Martinez coming back have been fantastic. I have to say that the last couple of games and that. So, I fans need to get off his back. Casemiro is still, for me, top level player, like world class still on his day. And our midfield is 10 times what it is when he's not there, and that's enough for me to be confident enough. We need him,
guys. We need him more than you can believe.
You know, he's the kind of player. He's the kind of player who lifts over the players around him. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's elite. You see that he's a general. He's got that experience, and you see him and Kobe now in the midfield. You know, that's a midfield that there's no coincidence that he comes back into the team and our midfield starts to look more solid. Do you know what I mean? And we're controlling the game. You know, that's what Casemiro does, and that's what he brings. You know, you won't. I mean, who are you having in that team over Casemiro? I think you'd be mad to suggest anyone else. You keep him in the team, and especially now with Martinez potentially out for a little while. You know, you're going to need that solidarity in the midfield. And I feel like what Double A was saying there, coming back, you know, injured and stuff, you know, Casemiro's always been a slow starter. He was a slow starter at Real Madrid. It took him 6, 7, 8 games. We used to have that with Michael Carrick and Rooney. Remember at the start of seasons?
Yeah.
Players need 6, 7 games to get them going, get them up to speed. Carrick, especially, do you remember in the midfield? Just get that speed, get that tempo up to a certain rhythm. And I feel that's just the case with Casemiro. He's had a bit of a stutter start to the season, you know, getting injured, you know, a few bad performances and not having a solid partner next to him, you know, with Ten Hag changing and stuff. But Ten Hag not in this team. We look like a worse team. That's simple, the facts. Do you know what I mean? When Casemiro's not in this team, we look like a weaker team. So we need him in the team right now. And the experience and the kind of quality that he's able to give to Kobe Mainoo and help him along with his career. Do you know what I mean? it's invaluable, you know. So yeah, Casemiro's one that I'm excited to see him on the team sheet. Put it this way, when I'm looking at the team sheet and I don't see him on the team sheet, I'm thinking I'm worried. Do you know what I mean? Same with not seeing Martinez, or same with not seeing Varane, even not seeing Varane on today. And when we got the team sheet today, seeing Maguire on the team sheet, I'm thinking, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What's happening? And then I'm starting to think. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm trying to excuse it. West Ham are, you know, they've got a lot of height. You know, they like to play set pieces and that. So maybe Maguire, maybe that's a decent tactical. But even so, I'm thinking we're missing Varane. We're missing, you know, a big chunk of quality. So yeah, we got to keep players like Casemiro and Varane in the teams as much as possible. You know, for us to be successful at the moment.
The midfield. The midfield is one of them where, you know, it's going to be set now. We only play one game a week, guys. I think that midfield might be set for the rest of the year, unless they get injuries. But I can't see Eriksen going into that midfield right now. McTominay is going to be a bit part player. I mean, we got FA Cup, but even FA Cup, I don't think he's going to change it for the FA Cup. He's going to probably go with a strong team over there, probably minus a few maybe, but I think he's going to go strong over there. He said today in his press conference, you know, that we have to win every game. Every game's a final. So I can't lie to you guys. I think every game is going to be the first team. Will that be a cause for concern in terms of injuries? I think so, yeah. But, you know, I don't know. Like, you know, today the subs we made was Victor Lindelof, McTominay, Anthony, and that was it, right?
That is so
Varane for Martinez, obviously.
Yeah. Varane for Martinez, yeah.
McTominay for Manu, wasn't it? McTominay for Manu.
I think Varane out of that options.
But I think you can talk about the personnel coming on. Obviously, the squad's definitely not.
He don't use all the subs though. I'm just saying, you don't use all the subs.
No.
Use all the subs.
But I think some of them were smart subs. Like, listen, Kobe clearly
of course
have a break. He looked tired.
He
was average today, but that's not a bad thing. He's 18 years old, and I give him the same leeway I give Garnacho. Like, people expecting Garnacho, because he's a first team player, to be cooking. And I say it all the time, and it sounds boring, and it sounds like I'm making excuses. The young players are not going to be at that level every single week. But you have to say, like, you know, I'm with you, Ash. When I saw Maguire was playing, I almost shit my pants. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. How's he back in the team? But it's because Varane can't do 2 in a week, and it's finally smart use of the squad. And listen, Maguire, as limited as he is, I thought he had a really good first half. To be honest with you, I thought he was running it, getting into tackles. He was one pass out to the left hand side was fucking fantastic. Can't fault him. Second half, you start to see, you know, when he starts to lose concentration a little bit, makes a couple of mistakes, and we're lucky not to get punished for them. And that's just Maguire. But listen, we have to use the squad we have. We have to use it as best we can. And I think we are lucky that we're not still in the Champions League. To be honest with you, with this squad, because I think the amount of minutes in some of the legs starts to be the detriment of us. Casemiro and Varane are two that you obviously think of in that. I think, you know, we're lucky that we do have a lot of your younger players, and players like Bruno will just play every day, every day if you've asked him to, and can run all day. But, you know, Ten Hag needs to be smarter with and I do think he got his substitutions right today. Other than, I think it should have been Ahmad for Anthony. But other than that,
of course,
the subs were fine by me.
Yeah, 100%. You know what? I want to touch on the Garnacho performance as well. Listen, a lot of people. Listen, me and Rance, we always go back and forth. A lot of people go back and forth with Garnacho. What I like about Garnacho, is no matter how bad he's playing, he never wants to give up. He keeps on going. You know what I mean? Especially the second half. I feel like he wanted to keep on going. He had a bad first half, don't get me wrong, but I feel like his attitude is always, like, I'm going to go again. I'm going to keep on taking people on. I'm going to keep on finding them runs and getting him behind. Like, he's a constant threat, whether you like him or not. Like, he is a constant threat throughout the game. And that's why sometimes I do give him the benefit of the doubt. And maybe I'm a bit kind of like one of them where I still want to give him a bit of time, even though people think he's overrated and da-da-da-da. But I thought right-hand side, that position there, he's got it locked in. He looks more threat. He looks a bit more assertive in that role. You know, I mean, yeah, man. Ash, what do you think of Garnacho in terms of what he's doing right now? United. Has he got the right hand side locked in now? Is that his position now?
I think
from now on?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I was saying on the show a couple of weeks ago, maybe even months ago, we'd spent 200 million in that right hand side position with the likes of Dan James, Sancho, Anthony, and I feel like I'm missing someone else. But you know, the guy to lock it down has been an academy product. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's come in there and he's playing week in, week out almost at 19 years old. You know, under the amount of pressure that he's doing, and he's putting in performances. Don't get me wrong. You know, he's going to be inconsistent. He's not going to be exceptional right away. You saw that with Saka very early on in his career. You saw it even with Ronaldo. I'm not trying to compare him to Ronaldo, but I remember a time when I was there, you know, watching Ronaldo, thinking, greedy bastard. Do you know what I mean?
One trick pony he was called.
One trick pony. Do you know what I mean?
Which he was actually at that point.
He was, weren't
he? He was at that point. He was, but his game developed.
It was lucky for Ronaldo that he was in a good dressing room and he had good players around him and he had a good manager, you know, coach and stuff. And I worry with Garnacho that he's not got that coaching and he's not got those players around him, you know, that quality around him to kind of guide him to what to do correctly and what to do right. So I'm excited seeing him in the team. And you know what? He's a little pit bull. I love how much he fights. He's got that little bit of Tevez about him. He never stops. He never stops running. He never stops giving it. And you know, he's looking to create always. So for me, I'm happy to see him in the team and he's a great addition to the squad. Whether he's going to be, he should be first team regular. I'd like to see him rotated a little bit more. You know, you don't want him being blown out and be, you know, just be exhausted. And that's why we need to see Ahmad more, because we've seen that the kid's got quality and stuff. So I would like to see a little bit of rotation, but yeah, he's one of those with Garnacho. I feel like as time progresses, he will only get better. People have said he's not technical, and I don't see that. I feel like he's good on the ball. I feel like he's got a decent passing range. I feel like sometimes it gets to his head almost. You know, he tries to do a little bit too much. He needs to calm down. He needs to kind of relax a little bit. You know, have a little bit more composure. And that's all he's needing in his game for me. I don't think there's much. You look at his tracking back. You look at his, you know, his ability to press forward. I love him. I think he's a fantastic little footballer, and I think he'll continue to grow. What is he, 19? You know, he gets to 23, 24. What kind of footballer are we going to be seeing at 24, 25? So I'm excited, and he's scoring goals, and you know, I just want to maybe see him get more assists, feed the ball to Rasmus a little bit more, and develop that relationship. You was hearing in the post-match interviews that they're developing that relationship between them both now. So that was good to hear. But yeah, I'm all in on Garnacho. I like him. Big fan.
Yeah, big up to Booner, man. Generous donation, man. Bama, sorry. Big up Bama, man, for the generous donation. Nah, I love it, man. I appreciate it, man.
First name Allah, yeah.
But nah,
shocking.
No, listen,
shocking.
That's a bit right.
Shocking.
That's wild, Double A, man. We can't
Double A and his dad jokes, you know. I'm saying that. I love it. You know what? I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Hey, Double A, you keep shooting, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether it goes top bins or over the bar, keep shooting, my friend, man. Please, keep shooting.
Someone had to say it, didn't they? And it's gonna
and it was you, man. Dad joke. I respect it, man. Keep shooting. You know
I'm allowed. I'm
a
dad, so I'm allowed, innit?
Let's go, champ, man.
Yeah. Big up here, man. I don't know. Listen, man. I sit next to Leslie and her daughter, man. Big up Leslie, man. But listen, that's hella disrespectful, man. Man said any fit is, you know. You know what I mean? But big up to you, man.
The way you smiling is like yell around you at OT, then. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not really. You know, there's not really things around me. I can't lie. Nah, it's dead around there. Yeah, if you want to go, you probably have to go down the tourist area. Maybe Alex Ferguson stand. If you want to go see some things and that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? They're double A side, man. They're double A side, yo. Probably down there, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
I can't confirm or deny that, mate. To be honest with you,
There you go. But listen, over 640 of you in the building. Smash the like button on the video. But yeah, like, you know what it is, yeah? Garnacho's always going to divide opinion, yeah? But is it the hype? Is it the Ronaldo factor? Is it the fact that he's a bit too cocky sometimes? I feel like sometimes it's good to have confidence in that, yeah. But what do you think it is, guys? Like, because I feel like it's divided a lot of opinions in the fan base.
He's always gonna get the hype from Manchester United fans because he's come through our youth system. We do this to every single youth product who does anything of note. If you've scored a goal for Manchester United in the senior team and you've come through the youth system, you will get overhyped. That's just what it is. We have this one of our own mentality, and I'm guilty of it too. And you want to see them do well, especially if they're from the youth system and are from Manchester, of course. But even with Garnacho, who's not, It's that he's one of our own type of thing. In regards to him dividing opinion, that's just because he has been. I think he's good. You know what I'm saying? I think he has good attributes, but you can see the limitations, and he shouldn't be starting games week in, week out. And the reason he divides opinion is because of that lack of skill right now. Because you know who's younger and doesn't divide opinion? Maino. There's no conversation about Maino because of the talent level and the skill set that he has. And that's not. I don't blame Garnacho because Maino seems like a very, very special talent. I think there's no dividing of opinion. Whereas Garnacho, Ash mentioned Ronaldo. He's in that bag. Whereas, not do I think he's going to reach Ronaldo's levels? No, I think Ronaldo was better at that age, but he needs to add to his game. We need to see improvements. He needs to add to. I've been saying this. He's got to add to his bag. The skills ain't there yet, but he's 18 years old, so I'm not expecting you to have it. What I'm now expecting to see is improvement. You're playing often enough now where we should see things, where it's not just because he has the mentality's there. He's a willing runner on and off the ball. He's direct. And when you're a willing runner and direct and have acceleration like he has, you're going to get into situations where you score goals just by law of averages and just volume. So he is going to get goals and he is going to get assists, but now it needs to be more. Where's the skill? We need to see more like step overs, drop of the shoulder. Like the skill set has to. You can't. The one trick thing, it's not going to work because defenders are going to figure you out. So now you need to pattern that and improve. So that's where I'm at with Garnacho. But he shouldn't be starting week in, week out. And that's
how many games has he played, brother? He's played, I think, how many games in a row he's played? Let me say that. I think there's a game where
because let's not forget. A lot of people who are praising him were criticizing him after that performance against Newport County. So let's not do that.
Absolutely.
Like, and that's the point I'm talking about is the bag and like the improvement. So I'm looking for him to improve. But the fact that he's starting week in, week out shows where we're at because he shouldn't be. He should not be starting week in, week out, in my opinion.
That's he's played 21 games this season. All in all, started 15. Like the best way, like this does sound like a proper boomer thing to say, like and like old thing to say, but like United are not allowed to have. United fans aren't allowed to have nice things. We are allowed to have things to look forward to because even our own fan base will tell you, "Oh, he's not good enough. He's shit. Who does he think he is?" Right, and like the boomer thing to say is, imagine there was social media when the class of '92 were coming through, when Scholes was learning his trade inconsistent, when Beckham was learning his trade inconsistent, even Giggs. None of these players were world class when they first come into the first team. They were allowed time to bed in, learn from the senior players, and eventually get better and better. Anyone out there who doesn't rate Garnacho can't tell me right now that Garnacho is not better now than he was last season. There already is your progression from when he first came into the first team, and he was doing stuff in the first team last season. He's probably scored the goal of the season. They found the best position for him. Because now
the right hand side is his best. The right hand side is the best position. I'm just asking. Let me ask you though, Double. What do you think? I'm not even saying you're wrong. This is an interesting conversation. What do you think he's improved on from last season? So what do you look at and go, that's a clear improvement?
Decision making's got a little bit better.
Decision making, positioning.
Yeah, position is better. I think he just looks more of a threat in the final third. He looks more of a threat. So listen. There's lots to improve. Like people talk about physicality and stuff like that, but yes, he needs to be strong on the ball.
Yeah, he needs to be stronger. He
needs to be stronger on the ball when he's coming up running. And
also, it can be a bit predictable. Sometimes it can be a bit predictable. Like,
and that ties into what I was saying.
Emerson.
And that ties into what I'm saying. More of a bag. That's what I'm saying when I say that in regards to be able to. All right, you don't know if you're gonna go down the outside or cutting on the inside. Yeah, like you have to have that where defenders are like, oh. Just show him line. But yeah,
come on to that. That we don't have to compare them because they both played for Manchester fucking United. I don't have to sit here and go, well, let's compare two players. This is the thing we used to have with Martial and Rashford. Comparing them, they both played for us. We're allowed to support them both at the same time without having to compare. Oh, who's better? I don't give a shit. They both put a United shirt on and they're both performing in the United shirt. I don't give a shit about it. That's why someone behind me today was go, yeah, but if you had to get rid of one, which one would you get rid of? You don't have to. They both play for
say
I don't have to get rid of one of them. So
I was just talking about it.
How did that happen? How did that happen? That conversation.
I don't. Some idiots like talking shit. I thought you don't have to.
Was he talking to one of the fitties next to him or something? Is that what happened?
I didn't look.
Yeah, you didn't look in it. You got tunnel vision. You're a married man. Yeah, I get it, man.
You know what? I fucked up there. I should have said, yeah, he was talking to me, but you know, never.
This guy. But that's where it is in regards to the reason, like, because I don't compare the two, but it's when people say it goes back to Saeed's question about dividing opinion. This is why when players have this is why I can't stand player stands and defense leagues.
That's what it happens.
I'm a defense league of a player. You know, certain players don't need defense.
Dalot. I had a guy
reason
today,
why.
yeah. Dalot's the one today was like, nah, stay in your box. You don't get to deserve to support Salah.
Exactly.
What are you doing? Are you Dalot FC? Are you the fan of Dalot FC?
This is it though, but notice for Maino, there's not that. You know why? Because you perform to a certain level. When players are average or inconsistent, this is where this arises. Every single player.
It's gonna happen though. It's gonna happen flawlessly. It's gonna happen. Like
if Maino continues to play out the way he does.
Yeah,
I don't think it will happen.
He's not going to. He's going to have the off games. Do you know what I mean? He's going to have those bad games.
But I'm talking about form overall. Of course, he's going to have bad games. I hear that, but I'm talking about his overall form. Like for instance, when he made the mistake against West Ham, most people were on his case because we understand outside of that.
I've already heard I've already heard a little bit about Maino. The people talking about his passing range and he's not got a passing range and all that. Do you know what I mean?
We are not allowed to have nice things, boys.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly.
One thing he can establish, he can develop that in terms of going forward because technical attributes are very not easy, but that's easier to develop. Number one, same with your physical attributes as well. Two, look at the way he plays. It's not his game. His game is short passing, keeping the ball ticking. Not everyone's played the ball 60 yards. It's not that.
But he has done. That's the thing. He has done. You saw at Newport, balls out wide and stuff. So he has got it. But people nitpick, don't they? Do you know what I mean? They try to find something wrong with players.
People nitpick.
Going back to Garnacho though, would you say Garnacho's been our best wide forward? Has he not? Do you know what I mean? He's been our best.
You know what? When you look at the consistency, he has been up there. Obviously, Rashford today was terrible, by the way. I don't know what you guys say.
The bar's on the floor with that though.
It is on the floor.
It's below the floor. And that's not taken away from him, but it's really like...
Yeah. You could argue Rashford today.
Anthony's been our third best wide player, you could argue this season.
Yeah. I've seen people saying like, Dalot's have been our player of the season. Like, have you not watched Kobe Mania at all? Have you not watched Garnacho? Like, be real. You know what I mean? Like, but just to go back to Force's point on why I think Garnacho should be on the right is because he's not afforded time to cut in and overthink things. He's having to make decisions on the fly because he's on his stronger foot. That's why you see a lot of great crosses that I can't remember what game it was. He put that cross into Højlund when he should have scored a couple of games ago. Was it McTominay? One of them. I don't know. He's putting crosses that we don't get a lot of. And him cutting in, it's same with Rashford. When these players cut in on the stronger foot when we're on the wrong side of the pitch, we slow things down and then we invariably fuck a lot of things up. I think Garnacho being given that sort of time, he has to just get something done, get to the byline, get a ball in. We're seeing a lot more output from him, and I just think I just think he's a good young player. I'm not going to start saying a lot of people say he's him and watch him in a few years. At the moment, he's a good young player who I'm excited to see develop, and I think I'm quite lucky in that. If you've been afforded the luxury of watching some of the greatest young players Manchester United have ever had in their club come into the team and eventually become legends, I think if you're not, you live off the moment. I'm quite relaxed in letting young players develop, and I don't have pressure on them for them to be amazing. I know they're going to have shit games, but I'm not then going to start going, get him out the fucking team. Why is he playing? Do you know what I mean? And the problem with Mainu and Garnacho, and I've said it before, we don't have the experienced players ahead of them that are playing at their level. So they're having to play more minutes and play more games, and they're learning quicker than they probably should be. So I think you just have to give them some leeway and let them learn the game, let them make mistakes, and let's see where they are in 2-3 years. But at the moment, I'm enjoying.
Is that our front three that's set now, though? Do you reckon that's a front three that he's going to go with from now on? Like, listen, obviously we don't want. Obviously, Ahmad would rather start. But I'm saying, like, do you think that the front three? Because I thought Rashford today was terrible today, man.
Shit
Today.
Again. And all these people saying he was back, trying to give it. Like, obviously, I was getting cooked last week. Sumer, all this nonsense last week. Do you know what I mean? Well, I woke up to the message tweet saying, in Rashford, you need to sue him. And I like madness going on.
Wow.
Wait. Hold up. We ain't just going to skip by that. Say that again. What?
Say that again.
Say that again.
Reload.
Sorry about that.
Obviously, I got clipped up. from on another channel before I came on here last Sunday,
Yeah.
and listen. I'm allowed to be emotional sometimes, right? And I'm as a Manchester United fan, I'm fed up of being taken the piss out of by not only the players but also the board, managers, anyone that is involved in that club. I'm sick of being taken the piss out of. So when players take the piss out of me, and I feel as not just a season ticket holder, but as a club, a supported this club for all my life, when I feel that a player has deeply pissed me off, which I think Rashford did, and took the piss out of me doing what he did the other week, when he's in the most privileged position, not only just because he plays for Manchester United, but he's the person that Manchester United have thrown everything behind and want him to be the star of the team. When you take that for granted and you take the piss, I'm going to talk on it. So I spoke about it and how United would be a better place without him. And obviously,
that's not wild.
The clip went mad, and I was getting DMs. Also,
because you said that United would be better off without Rashford.
Yeah, and I'm sick of him, and I want him to go and all this nonsense.
Yeah,
and
you know what as well, the Blaze, that's to back you up there. That's not. It wasn't in isolation. It wasn't just the fact that he was going out. It's the fact that he's been throwing in stinkers all season. Do you know what I mean? We've seen the lack of work rate. We've seen the lack of effort with the lack of numbers. So it's not just that, it's been a build-up, do you know what I mean? So, of course, I think a lot of us are in that position where we're kind of done with Rashford, and especially when you're seeing him going out and disrespecting the club in the way that he did. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anyone can blame you for that, because, like I said, most people will feel that way, apart from like the fan FCs or that, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I don't see any issue with that.
Yeah, so you just said United were better off without him, and people basically didn't like it.
I just think, and I think he looks it in his face, like, I think he might be done here. Like I did tweet it, obviously. He walked off the pitch today and didn't clap. Didn't applaud the fans. He walked straight down the tunnel today.
Yep.
Like everyone else, Maguire was giving it. Everyone was walking around clapping. He's the only one that walked down and he didn't look happy at all. And now people are saying, trying to give it. Oh, he looked happy when he was celebrating the goals and all this sort of stuff. But listen, I can read a lot off that walking down the tunnel and ignoring the fans and not even applauding after a great performance at home. Like
after putting a stinker as well.
It's one of them. But like people saying that goal of Wolves, he's back. Like people need to be quiet. Like and I said I wanted him to go and score a brace, shut me up. Like
shut everyone up.
All the time.
Yeah.
McTominay, I can't stand him. When he scores, I act like I birthed him. Like I don't care. Like.
Because you were
you're singing.
I get it.
But you need to prove me wrong, because the evidence I have stacked against you far outweighs what you do on a week-to-week basis, mate. So it's
you know what it is? It's one of them where, because now he feels like he doesn't have to every week now. Last year I get it, like there was an emphasis, but when it's not going his way, he then just thinks, you know what, like I'm gonna play next week. Sometimes when you play next week, your mentality is gonna be off. Like he knows, like that front three, like Højlund deserves where he is, but I think Garnacho even as well. Like they can play badly and still be the team next week because of what they do off the ball. I think sometimes that's where it comes down to, and ultimately it is what it is. But for Rashford, his mentality is, if I play badly this week, I'm playing next week. Like Anthony's not taking my position, and maybe the bar is lower. Maybe that's why our front three's been that season and we've been inconsistent, but that's where it is.
But you know what I like though, Saeed, just quickly, like the fact that a Rashford stinker hasn't stopped United winning these good performances we can talk about. I don't want to even focus on him. Garnacho, Højlund, Delo, Shaw, like these players that have played well, quietly, Bruno, Casemiro, Martinez, even Maguire, these players that have played well all the way through the team today. It's not the fact Marcus Rashford has been absolutely dog shit again, and we've not won the game. These players to talk about, and we can focus on them, and that's the good thing right now. And maybe that helps Rashford. At the end of the day, it takes a spotlight off him, and he can just focus on trying to get his head right and being important to the team. And he's not a star boy anymore. He's past that. He's now an elder statesman in this team. He's an experienced player in this team, and he has to try to remember that and let these young players come in and then take that shine off him of being the sort of youngster from the academy. And, as that conveyor belt always does. But listen, I don't even want to really talk about him. I don't really think it's an important thing to do, because we won 3-0 against a team that's like beat us, and we have struggled at home against sides like this season. So the fact we got a 3-0 clean sheet, Garnacho getting 2, Højlund again scoring his birthday, shutting a lot of the noise up as well, which I'm absolutely buzzing for. So yeah, man, I just think there's other stuff and great stuff to talk about today, and we don't really need to touch upon that.
The one we have to talk about is Lisandro Martinez, man. You know, I mean, I think you put a tweet out there, Double A, about his injuries coming, whatnot. Like, is it one of them where are we kind of like, is he unfortunate with injuries, or do you think these injuries are getting a bit like frustrating now, where he is becoming a bit injury prone, or is it one of them where he's so unfortunate that, or is the way he plays football, is that really effective? Because a lot of players, like, they would get injured because of the way they play and the way they're aggressive in that kind of nature. So Eric Bailly, yeah, but listen, Eric Bailly was a perfect example of that. Yeah. Like, he would go, I wouldn't say he would go out of his way to kind of be, you know, that to get injured, but I'm saying, like, he wears his heart on his sleeve, and that is sometimes his own downfall. But what do we do? Because the way he plays, he, for me, was unbelievable today. Progressing the ball, calmness, aggressive when you need to be. He just is that guy, man. And he's going to be out. I reckon this is going to be a big one, you know. I reckon it's probably a MCL.
You reckon the season? You reckon he's done for the season?
I'm not going to lie. I think he's going to be out for at least 3 months, you know. I'll be real with you, man.
Pretty much. Think about it, that's pretty much the season.
Yeah, there you go. That's the season done then. Season's done, guys. I'll be real with you, man. You know what I mean? So it's crazy. Someone said, yeah, Eric Bailly is out. Eric Bailly, you know, that's mad, you know. He's like Eric Bailly. That's crazy, man. Because Eric Bailly was also the guy that everyone wanted every game. But we were like, oh, man, every time he plays, man, look how he plays with us, man.
Yeah.
Eric Bailly was that guy. But injury prone.
It's getting to that point. He's getting to that point.
Yeah, he's pretty much been out all season, and that's the worry. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see the difference he makes to us, and like someone's replied to that tweet saying it's his own fault. Like we were saying, unnecessarily over aggressive into blocking a player, and he's forced the issue. Like, so you know, that's just the way he plays the game, and if that's how he's going to start getting injuries, then that's a worry for the team, because we need him. You know, we can't. You know, the Stretford will sing his name all day long, but if he's not in the team, he's no use to us.
I think it was that the big injury against Sevilla, weren't it? The metatarsal, his right foot, and then not allowing it to heal properly and being forced back. It's, for me, it boils down to our medical team. Do you know what I mean? Like, our medical staff that have been here since 2009, the same guys that have overseen the amount of abysmal injury records with Chris Smalling and Phil Jones and the rest. You know what I mean? Eric Bailly and stuff like that. And when you've got a metatarsal injury, your foot, you're walking, you cannot compensate because the pain's there. There's like a dull, numb pain. So you see that. The MCL, the ACL, you know, in the knee, that can blow out, especially if it's not taken care of and it's not healed correctly. Do you know what I mean? So I don't look at his injury record as like a bad injury record. He had that one big injury against Sevilla, like I just said, and then it's not been allowed to heal, and it's ruptured, fractured, whatever, and it's kind of took him out for a couple of months at the start of the season. So he's come back now, and he's almost been played every game. You know, you'd want to see him played a little bit less and forced a little bit less, because, like I said, he's coming off an injury that's taken him out of the game for about 9, 10, maybe even 12 months. So I feel like for us, it's the medical department that's causing these issues. You know, we don't want to see, as much as important as he is, I'd much rather see a fit Martinez for 60 minutes every game than see him 90 minutes for 3 games and then miss him for 6 games. Do you know what I mean? It's pointless. I feel like we've got to manage, especially after such a big injury, like I was just saying. You know, for me, it's on the medical department, and hopefully when Barada comes in, that's something he assesses and he looks at, and Ineos do, especially with their fitness department over at Team Ineos, and hopefully we'll start to see players not get these needless injuries, because I think that's what it is. It's a needless injury.
Facts. Big up. Ten Hag says here, it seems bad. Now we can only pray. We wait for these tests, but we are really sad. It looks like he has to sit some games out through injury. Big up to Super Chat here. Good morning, Saeed and panel. Great show, keeping company on the road, and 3 points on Monday morning is great. In other words of Saeed's, the sail in the wind. Greetings from Australia.
Is that the one you said?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I was about to say it, and then I stopped myself, and and then I corrected myself.
The sails, man. The sails in the wind. Technically, the sail is in the wind. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there you
So
go.
Technically, you are right, to be
I'm
honest.
But
Yeah, but
technically, if you want to be technical, then you know what I'm
Technically,
saying.
you are right. The sail is technically in the wind. I'm using that one. The sail's in the wind. That's fire. You know what I'm saying?
Sails in the wind, man. You know, that's another one to bookmark, man. Guys, it's 800 people in here. Please like the video, people. 800 of you in here. We should be on at least 400 likes. At least 400 of you hit the like button. If not more, then do it available. Someone say there, do we need a left-sided centre-back to come into the football club? Because like I said, Lisandro's going to be out injured now. Yeah, is that a priority for you guys, left-sided centre-back? And who would you go and get? I personally like this Brandfoot guy. I've liked him for a while now.
Is he left-footed?
What he is. He's not left-footed, but he plays on that side.
Plays on that side.
Oh, he plays on that side.
You don't rate him. You don't rate him, man.
I don't rate him, Said. Nah, I think he's big. I think he's clunky. I think as he gets older and as his body starts to stiffen up, I think we'll have a Maguire effect. Do you know what I mean? Maguire looked fresh and agile. Do you know what I mean? When he was early 20s. And as his bones, his ligaments started to tighten up as you get older, as it happens to us all. Do you know what I mean? He starts to look a little bit more tight, a little bit more Thunderbird leggy. Do you know what I mean? To use on a very old saying. He's just wooden legged. And for me, Brandthwaite looks good now.
Thunderbird, you know, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, can you believe that?
Yeah, that just hit me late. That Thunderbird.
Shocking.
That's even before my time.
Yeah, wooden legs flawless. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's too big. Have you seen the size of his feet? I'd be interested to know the size of his feet. It looks like he's got a size 18 or something. They're massive.
I've never seen it.
You know,
I've never seen his feet.
You can't be a baller with feet that big. Do you know what I mean? You can't control the ball well with feet. I don't know what.
You could have big feet and control the football. That's one of the things I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a size 12 in the boot. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
Yeah, 12's all right. Do you know what I mean? But I'm talking, this kid looks like he's got 16, 17. He looks like he's wearing flippers.
He got Matisse. He got Matisse boot, man.
How tall is he?
7'13".
He's a big lad. What is he? 6'5" or something? He's a big lad.
I don't know how tall he is, you know. Let me know in the chat.
Yeah, chat.
But he can play left or right, though. What I like about him, he's
Man,
good on the ball. He's very good on the ball. Very good on the ball, man. So
I don't think we need a left-sided centre back. I think we've got one. Luke Shaw. He's our left-sided centre back.
Listen, Luke Shaw's not reliable. That's another thing. We've not got reliability.
No. Luke Shaw's reliable when he plays at centre back. The reason why Luke Shaw consistently breaks down is because he's not a fullback. Look at how he's built.
Yeah, true.
That's why Reece James continues to break down. When you look at fullbacks and wingbacks, and you're supposed to be going corner flag to corner flag, how do I say this? Pre-pause. You too thick. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo. But like that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you're not supposed to be carrying all that weight corner flag to corner flag. That's why Reece James breaks down. That's why Luke Shaw breaks down. You're supposed to be slim. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to look like, I don't know, 800-meter runner, 400-meter runner. Like these men looking like weightlifters out there. That's what it is. Luke Shaw as a left-sided centre back, I like, and I'm not a fan of Luke Shaw, but him as a centre back, no issues with. I think he covers up his offensive. He's got the recovery pace. I think he's good enough on the ball. I think he gives the balance because of the left foot. And then you don't have to worry about him in regards to getting forward, which is not a strong part of his game.
Yeah, facts for real, man. You know what it is with me? Like I said, I don't know because Maguire will probably end up leaving this summer. Varane might leave in the summer. Lindelof, I think, is staying, I believe. Is he staying?
Did we give him a new deal?
No, they've triggered the extension. But I think that's to get some value, I would say. I think
I'd like to see the value in him leaving. You know what I'm saying?
I think Maguire stays, to be honest. I think we get one centre back.
Maguire stays.
I think Maguire stays. Why has Maguire got to leave? He hasn't. I'm saying though, if you want to,
how long has he got left on his deal?
Maguire about 2 years, 2 years.
3 years.
As long as he's like 4th, 5th choice, cool. But you know, like that's like we need to improve in area.
We get a Tadibo in, we get a Brandthwaite in.
I just don't want that guy from Bayern Munich, man. Listen, for me, that he's a no-go for me. Delete, man. I'm not feeling him, man. He's old news, man. You know when you say old news, Delete is old news, man. Delete is old news, man.
He's a clog wearing Maguire. He's just the same as Maguire, man. Do you know what I mean?
And that's the old left-sided centre-back at Sporting. Do you know what I mean? He's someone I'd have a look at. He's getting into the Portugal team now. He's looking like he's cementing that spot, you know, so someone to look at. Although he plays in a back three at Sporting, so that's whether he'd struggle to play the back two. But I like him. He looks like a good player.
Antonio Silva for me. Get
Antonio Silva's he's mega. Love him.
He'll be sick him, so I'd say get him.
Right-sided though, isn't he, Antonio Silva? That's
Yeah. That what you say if you got
both.
Linter and you've got Shaw as well who can cover that. I think eventually we have to look at putting Shaw centre back and then getting
signing a left back. Yes, left back, that's what we need. That's exactly what we should do.
I agree with Flawless, man. I say go do that.
Yeah.
Get rid of Lindelof. Obviously, if I'd keep Evans for another season, man. Get rid of Lindelof and Maguire. Bring in an Antonio Silva. And then you've got, Varane. I'd take that. Hey,
Matisse, man. He's just come off his emergency stream, by the way. I've had a couple this year. He's had a couple. But listen, you, my friend, I mean, you need to go for a walk.
We've had one
walk, man.
We've had one.
We've had one. Yeah.
Our emergency meetings is like, all right, this is all bad. Theirs is like the building's burnt down to a
falling down.
Like ours is falling. Theirs is done.
Glorious to witness.
Yeah. Like theirs is done. Like we're in the mud, they're in the swamp. Like there's levels.
I've got a mate who supports Chelsea, and I just keep texting him saying, "Potch out?" Question mark. That's all I keep texting.
Bro, I couldn't believe
they're playing better football though, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Apparently they're playing better football. The style. Do you know what I mean? Madness.
Cunha hat trick. That's sackable in itself.
Bro, if Cunha scored a hat trick against you, you're finished, man. I don't rate that guy one bit, Like he's not a goal scorer, man. And the fact that is, when Leslie was telling me the scores, because obviously I was fixated on United game, and she was telling me, this is they're losing, like, what's going? And I was like, what? 4-1? I couldn't believe it. Then I had to tweet. I was like, 4-1. And obviously it was 4-2 in the end, but broski, like, them man are finished, bro. Like, and this
have you seen what Thiago's wife saying as well?
I seen her.
I've not. I've not seen it. Go on, tell me.
His wife wants Potch out.
Yeah, she said. The comment section pull up
she's like fully loves Chelsea, like in with the fans and all.
Yeah, she's in with the fans. She's like, who remember used to be like that with United? There used to be some wife that used to be like, proper on it. I forgot her name.
Victoria Beckham, was it?
Well, that's another one anyway. But she was one of them. We are finished. Chelsea are finished one. They're 11th, When we look at, listen, I think we're still having a bad season here. And we'll talk about where we are. We're going in that. But Chelsea 11th, man.
Bro,
they've been 11th for the past year.
After all that
dough.
Bro.
After a build.
Cole Palmer, come home,
the
man.
Midfield as well.
You're red.
Enzo Fernandez.
Come home. I think Fernandez.
Yeah, she said this is what his wife tweeted. She said it's time to change. If you wait any longer, it will be too late with two blue love hearts. Damn.
Is it?
Wow.
That's what she said. Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy,
madness,
man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So yeah, man. I just find it crazy. But listen,
man,
they're in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you look at that team. It doesn't even look strong. Do you know what I mean? The amount of money they spent. How many players there are you picking? It's like, you've got Cole Palmer, and that's about Jackson. Sterling looks spent. Jackson.
I'd only take Caicedo. I'll take Caicedo, and that's about it.
Take Caicedo.
You want to take Cole Palmer?
The Sassy's a disaster.
Yeah, I want to be fair. Cole Palmer. I'm saying like if I had to one because
just one. Oh, seen.
By the way, we missed out on. I remember told about Decisive. Remember I told people about Decisive, yeah. And all the United fans said that's not a bad option, for 40 million. I said, no, I watched him in the French league. I've done my research on this guy. He's not that great, man. He's not what we need.
Slower than Maguire. Like statistically slower than Maguire. Do you know what I mean?
Mental.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But you know what? Just to go back on United, I don't know if you've seen Ten Hag's comments here, but he said, "You, the media, didn't believe in me." Obviously, he's thinking to himself,
"It's West Ham."
What's missing at the end of that? But God did. Is that what he's going to say? Did they miss out a quote? That's what he was going to say.
Did.
You didn't believe in me, but God did. What is it? Man, see.
Listen, we don't just beat Liverpool. We're not beat Arsenal. We're not beat City. Do you know what I mean? We just beat West Ham at home. Stop it.
We just struggled against the 16th. We just struggled against the team 16th in League Two. A man talking about, no, you didn't believe in me.
Didn't believe in me.
You didn't believe in me, dogs.
I don't believe in you because of you. That's why. It's your fault.
You know what? That's Maguire 3.0. Maguire's giving it that. Rashford's giving it that.
Rashford,
and I'm giving it. You didn't believe in me. Like fucking come on.
Done.
Chat,
do the hard job.
Please tell me you lot are trolling. He didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Please tell me he didn't say that.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet.
No. Honestly, they're real comments. You know, they're actual.
They're real.
He's been a bit snappy.
Someone take you see these microphones. Someone take his microphone away. I bet. Someone just needs to snatch the mic off him. I just say
He goes about the recent performances. You, i.e. the media, didn't believe in me. Basically saying,
you know what? You know,
saying,
if he's popping off about this, I'm excited for when we beat City or we beat Liverpool. Imagine what it'd be like. Do you know what I mean? No, popping off again about West Ham.
Down the end of the pitch with his top off, giving it all this.
Yeah.
Outrageous.
Just be humble in it. Like, you know, Kendrick Lamar said it best. Bitch, be humble. Do you know what I mean?
That's a fake quote, surely. Now, listen, this is from United District. United District won't put out fake quotes.
I'm just hoping for his sake that he didn't say this after as bad as we've been all season long. Did we just forget about Newport County just a couple games ago? When we was in a game.
We've got Villa coming up at the weekend. Villa, their whole record, dangerous.
You see what Roy Keane said, though?
What did Keane say?
You see what Roy Keane? Roy Keane said, is he on trial? Yes, until probably the end of the season. If he doesn't win the FA Cup or qualify for Champions League, the pressure will change. Like, is it a case of guys like, you know, is it?
I thought you was going to say, Saeed said, Keane said, is he on drugs? But go on, carry on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is coming out with this nonsense. Sorry, go on. Carry on.
That's crazy, man. But you know what it is here? What is it? Because now top 4 it was still 6 points behind Tottenham. I think we're 8 behind Villa, is it? I think we're 8 behind Villa. Let me check the Premier League table right now.
Yeah. I think we're 8, aren't we? We got them
behind them. That's simple. We're too many points behind them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Too many, man, to catch up, man. That's a problem, man. I'm saying to you. But here it is. We are obviously, you're looking at down there in that regards. You know, forget City because they're
6
down
points,
there.
8 points.
So yeah, there you go, man. It's that's what it is. Tottenham have some difficult games coming up, but even then, United have still got to win their games and then hope for them to kind of crumble in that regard as well. It's a lot to do. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we've left it too late for us to gather that form. I don't know. Like, and then obviously not lose as well. That's another thing as well. You've not got to lose in that period as well while these teams drop points. Obviously, Tottenham dropped points. Villa didn't. They got a 5-star performance, to be fair to them. Man City, Arsenal. Like, the 3 there is nailed in. They're going to finish in them 3. It's just whether Tottenham and Villa drop off and have an absolute shit end to the season. Like,
is Son back yet?
Son got back yet.
That's what I mean. They got Son to come back as well. Do you know what I mean? You know, he's on what 17, 18 goals and assists this season. So,
someone said it in the chat there as well. Look at the fucking goal difference as well, man. Like,
we're on -1 now, isn't it?
-1. Mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah,
I was 6 with -1.
Roll to positive goals.
Someone saying their top 4 is not achievement. The league campaign has been paused, still got no goals. And Saka regards to top 4. Listen, I believe for me, Omar Barada and that, like, they've increased the season ticket prices 2 years in a row. Like, they know they're not getting much money out of United now in terms of ticket sales and whatnot. The revenue is decreasing a little bit because we need to be in Europe. So even if Europa League, we had Europa League, we still sell out 50, 60,000. You know what I mean? We still sell out more than the Etihad on a Champions League night. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. So end of the day, I feel like for me, it's one of them where, you know, they need Champions League football. So whether they see that it's possible still and that then remains, you know, to be seen, we'll see. We'll find out. You know, not something that, you know, fifth could get you Champions League football, but then that has to mean that the guys in the Europa League have to do well, though. And listen, you know, they might just fucking not do. You know, Emery might not do in that regards.
It's that fucking simple, guys, isn't it?
Yeah.
They might
Liverpool can go. Liverpool can go win that.
Yeah, Liverpool could go win that. To be fair,
You got City, Arsenal in the Champions League as well.
Yeah, Arsenal. Arsenal and Europe, oil and water don't mix. We good with that.
This coming here. The negativity is why Ten Hag gonna make y'all look dumb every week. Listen, we've been here all season. I don't know. This is the first time I've seen this guy in the chat. You know,
we've been looking pretty smart all season, and mate, I'm with you.
Yeah,
well, there you go.
And we don't want to be. I want him to make me look stupid, but just just make sure when we inevitably get a bad result, you're here. Just make sure you're here. When we do some dumb shit, make sure you're there.
All wrong, do you know what I mean? You know, today's proved us all wrong.
Because we beat West Ham.
2 games in a row. 3 games in a row.
It's February the 4th and we still on negative goal difference. Let's not start, please. I beg. I beg. Let's not start.
I'd love to win the FA Cup, but to think, you know, January and that's the only thing United can win. I know it's February now, but The only thing we could win in January is the FA Cup. That's embarrassing, mate. Don't start coming out saying, I proved you all wrong. You've done nothing. You've done absolutely nothing.
I think he's a dead man walking. Anyway, I think the clearest
hey.
indicator of him being a dead man walking is the fact that he had no support in January, like no support at all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they talk about FFP excuses. You can bring loan players in, you can do whatever you want. They were just like, we're not giving you anybody. We're getting to the summer, and then once we get to the summer, you're out. That's what that window said to me. Because, you know, if they're looking to progress with him going forward, then they want to build a team, they want to strengthen the team, they want to add something to it. But to me, I've even said that they might be hopeful that, you know, he does miss out on Champions League, so that the sacking will be cheaper for them. Do you know what I mean? Because there is those contracts in that it's easy to get rid of players if they don't finish in top four. So the wages get knocked down. You know, they're able to release them and sell them on, you know, a knockdown price almost. So. Yeah,
I won't back him with a loan signing. Every loan signing he's had has been fucking shit. The 2 last season.
Any signing.
Yeah.
Most are just signings in general. Casemiro, Martinez. Yeah.
How many? 12?
They're the 2 that I look at. Ericsson. Yeah, 3.
I'm not backing him. I'm just saying, but loan signings specifically, because that's the only thing we could afford. You know, they balked at the 5 million for Werner. Yeah. You know, I'm not surprised because he's like, we all talk about talent ID. The names we get linked to, like fucking Brian. I know. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, some of the names we get linked to under this guy. Didn't we get
Arnautovic?
Yeah, didn't we
remember.
Pause before I say it. Did we get linked to Cock as well? Like the ex-Leeds guy.
Yeah.
Say his first name, man, as well.
Large. No, he's not large. He's not large. I don't know his first name, bro.
No, listen. After the weekend we've had this weekend,
man just said, we're not just bypassing that. Man just said, pause this. But we got linked with, like no. You know? This guy is a crook, you know.
It's crazy. Mad pause.
This guy and his dad joke. Yo, you was waiting to drop that.
No,
I was waiting to that. I don't even remember that link either. I don't even remember us getting linked to man.
No, we definitely did. And that was the worst one for me. Like I was like, I don't want Cock. No.
Yo, someone click that context.
That is crazy. You man are crazy, man. But after the weekend we've had, that topic is crazy, man. After the weekend, big up Simon Paul. He says, "Get 5th Champions League and resign." Ten Hag. You know what I'm saying to you? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But you know what? Double A bedtime. I'm telling you, dads, man. The dad jokes are crazy. It's Mazzolini, man. And everything mad today. Everything wild. It's mad as a
windows.
That's what windows. That's double A.
Aye, Flawless is gone, you know. Aye, Flawless, come back, man. Aye.
Oh my God.
Man.
Oh, it's man doubled down on it, yo. Man doubled down on the show. Sorry. I apologize.
Nah, don't worry, man. Don't worry. Man. It's all good, man. Nah, you know what? It's one of them where, you know what I mean. It's good light-hearted banter, man. It's good light jokes and whatnot. And we're all a bit positive after that, so we're a bit light-hearted in that kind of regards. Big up Nick Nasher. Don't forget, next season we'll expand to 32 teams to 36. Top 5 gets you UCL qualification. Listen, it's going to be tough, man. Like, if I was to look at the Premier League, like our fixtures coming up, it's still tough, man. It's still tough. We've got Villa. They're Luton away. We've got 2 back-to-back away games. We've got Fulham at home. Then we've got the FA Cup game, the Man City, the derby, then Everton, which I still think is tough, man. You know what I mean? And whatnot. Sheffield United, Sheffield United at home. That should be easy 3 points. Then you got obviously Brentford away. Then that April is where it's
That'll be tough, Brentford away.
April is crazy, man. April is mad. Like obviously Chelsea's gonna be easy anyway because they're shit anyway. But yeah, I mean they might have a new manager by then, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
they
we
might
need
have a
them.
new
Hopefully,
manager.
not to
Yeah,
sack.
that might be tough still. Yeah.
That might be
Mourinho back. I want to see Mourinho
Hey,
back. there,
Mourinho back. I'm with
Come
that,
on.
man. Mourinho
Come on.
back. Yeah.
See, he got linked with the Barcelona job, and I was like,
He got linked with
I would be
United
there.
as well. He got
I
linked
would
with
be
United.
that. He's George Mendes is
Yeah, he's
putting
just putting
out,
work.
He's like,
Bro, I think he wants it. You know, you see this Instagram with Fellaini and that. You know what I mean? So he was like wishing him happy birthday in the United.
Someone say that jersey is never selling in the Caribbean. He's right. Yo.
No, he's not wrong.
That's never
He's wrong.
selling. Yo.
He ain't wrong.
That is never. Yo, man could win the World Cup for Jamaica, and that
Yo.
kid ain't selling. Yo,
Overhead kick from the halfway
yo,
line.
overhead
Yeah,
kick,
he's
yo.
never.
For real, that is never. You better put his first name on it or something. Oh shit.
Hey, it's crazy.
First
It's
name's
crazy,
large.
man.
You ain't putting that on the name. It's not on the shirt.
Nah, large by itself is the
Large
depends
on
on the
it,
number. Yeah, it depends on the number.
Good thing he's not a keeper because you don't want
I was
large.
gonna- Yo, Saeed on the street, man.
Oh,
Yo, today's crazy, man. Today's
Let's go
mad.
too far, yo, double
Let's
he
yeah.
really
this is
just
crazy.
he gonna keep shooting, you know.
I don't
He
care,
gonna
man.
keep
No.
shooting.
I don't
respect
care.
it.
I'm not.
Well, going back to those fixtures, though, those fixtures look a lot more worrying now that Martinez is potentially out for a while. You know, it's nice.
yeah.
This run of games has been comfy because we've had Martinez at the back. Do you know what I mean? You know, it makes our Onana look better. It makes the players around him look better. And you know, you take him out of the squad, and we've seen what it's looked like with Varane and Maguire and Lindelof and Evans and that kind of merry-go-round the centre backs there. And so, who do you want as your centre back pairing without? Who do we go to now?
I think it's gonna. Well, it will only be Maguire and Varane. I think Luke Shaw will play less.
Well, he didn't want to play him next to each other, did he? You know, he didn't want to play him next to each other. He was playing Maguire and Evans or Varane and Evans. I like Varane and Evans.
Yeah,
I like Varane and Evans, but it's
I mean, once you get a bit of pace, you worried then, aren't you?
yeah, in the big games against City, against Liverpool.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, it depends if you sit deep because they did play. That was the centre back pairing when we went Anfield. It was Varane and Evans, and they did well.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Obviously, if you're playing
Evans
trying
is
to be
still
a
out
little bit
injured,
more,
so.
yeah, if you're trying to be a little bit more proactive, I'd like be a bit concerned. But if you're giving the ball up to the opposition, that's the two. I'm cool with that too, 100%. Because you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, facts. You know what's mad? I think Evans is he still out injured? By the way, is he still out injured? Evans? I think still out injured.
Oh no, I think he's,
yeah.
He's not been on the bench for a bit, has he? So
no,
Varane and Shaw, I don't mind. I like Varane and Shaw. I think we played that when we beat City.
Where's Wan-Bissaka gone, by the way? Where's Wan-Bissaka gone? Is he all right, Wan-Bissaka?
Not sitting on.
I'm sure he's injured, isn't he?
But nothing. Nah, not heard anything about injuries. Nothing like, you know, and I don't see anything, you know, going on right now.
Where's Malacia?
Malacia's still a while.
Apparently, he's back on the pitch, innit? Oh, did Evans go against Wolves the other day? Evans came on against Wolves, didn't he? So Evans is about. Yeah, Malacia is apparently back training with Mason Mount. I don't know if that's a name you can remember.
Jesus.
But yeah, man, it's good that we're getting all these players back because we need them. But it has to be Evans Varane for me. Probably been I think apart from Martinez's couple of appearances, Evans and Varane have been the best centre back pairing for me this season.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka's injured. Yeah, you got Kwambala as well. So now listen, positive. We just got to pray for this Lisandro news, man. That it's not as serious, man. Like we just got to pray, guys, man. Honestly, got to pray. He's not as injured as we think he is. You know, hopefully he's good. Hopefully he comes back in good health. And yeah, man, that means like that season hinges on him. It's crazy that one player can make us look good, but that's what it shows, man.
He's important.
One player does make, you know, it's very, very important into what we do. You know, that's something that is very, very good. But positives, Højlund scoring goals, 10 goals now for him, all competitions. Garnacho keeps doing his thing now as well. You know, how much Garnacho got goals this season? I think he's got a lot of goals now this season, to be fair. So fair play to him. You know, midfield looking good as well in that aspect. So we just need consistency. Bring consistency. And I don't think anybody's here is arguing or everybody's here is talking it. Get top 4. And then obviously Zayn Yassi comes in and talks the talk and says, Tata is back on. Listen, you just better win it, man. Because 1 minute you say Arteta out. 1 minute you say, you know, Tata back on. Like, where do you sit, bro? Where do you sit,
man?
man?
Flip-flops, man. Hey man, the wind's in the sail, man. With him, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I was gonna say we only beat West Ham, guy. I'm not getting excited over no title yet. That's what you're talking about, surely. Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
Don't even look how many points we are behind the top. Do you know what I mean? What's that? Can't even imagine.
I think we're 13 now. We're 13 points behind.
Yeah.
From the top.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
not
not
as bad as I thought.
So that's how bad this league is. If we're 13 points off the top.
13. That's not as bad as I thought. I was thinking expecting.
Hey, who's gonna say it? Title charge, man. Who's gonna say it? Double your time. Title charge, yeah.
Hey, listen.
Of course.
Joe, I was gonna say something absolutely wild. There, I'm not even gonna bother. No. I still think we can get top 4 just because we're not out of it mathematically. But title, nah, come on.
No.
Well, I've learned from that from last season when we was in it for a week. Do you know what I mean?
If Andy Tate was there, he would be proper
title charge.
Yeah.
Title charge.
Title charge.
Title charge.
You know what I mean? It's what did he say? It's all part of the master plan. It's all part of the master plan.
I love that clip. That clip.
Man said, "Get a run and we're in it." Like man said, "Get a run, go
get a run going."
In it.
What is this? What is this run? Run what? Run where?
I just want to beat a decent team. We've still yet to beat a team in the top 7 away from home under Ten Hag.
Next
weekend, bro. You said it.
Yeah.
Next weekend.
That's where it is. False from knowing it. Do you know what I mean? I want to go to the Etihad, you know, and do something.
If that shit Newcastle can spank them, we can beat them.
All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Remember all these people. Forgetting who we are.
Come on. Come on. Let me be at least a bit positive.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins is on fire.
And I'll just bring this. I'll be, you know,
we'll find
out
next
McGinn.
Ollie Watkins is going to get locked up by Maguire, mate. Come on now.
Nah, man. Listen, they got a couple of good players, man. Bailey's in form, Tielemans, and the scoring goals as well. That's what I'm thinking. But they do have a game midweek.
Chelsea in it, FA Cup.
So they get a bit, they might get a bit knackered. So
they'll be bored coming off an 8-0 win, mate. They're gonna absolutely be buzzing.
Yeah, true.
That's a mid-table team they're facing. They're gonna beat them comfortably.
Yeah, what are the kids? They still win 10-0.
Yeah.
Yo, listen,
give the kids a run out.
Give the kids a run out, man. I'm telling you, let's play through the kids and that. I think, we'll beat them with them ones, man. So it's crazy, man. But now, listen, man, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. What a show, man, guys. Hour and a half flew by here. Make sure you lot are liking the video. I'm just going to quickly check the like button on the video. Hopefully, we've got over 400 likes or over the kind of half capacity. We're on currently 351. So, yeah, man, just about learning there. 50 more likes for 400 likes, guys. If you could do that, that would be amazing. Double A, man. Big up for coming on as usual, man. And, yeah, man, we'll see you next week for the game after Villa. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a good show.
Crazy show.
They've been knocking them jokes out the park and that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if United's attack had your strike rate, we'd be in a much better situation. We'd be in a title race.
Maybe it should bring me in as a coach. You know what I mean?
I think so. Man.
But saying that, we're already as much as a laughing stock as we can take. To be fair, so we'll leave it there. But no, big up Saeed, as always, invited me on. Let me be part of one of the best shows on YouTube. Flawless, my wingman, my stand-up guy. Do you know what I mean? He's like, appreciate you, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I appreciate you too, man.
I wouldn't be funny if it weren't for you pissing yourself. So that's
because you're funny. That's why, innit? You know what I'm saying? I'm at the always. Just a joke slaps. I'm a laugh. You know what I'm saying? So big up to you.
I'll take that, bro. And obviously, my twin Ash, someone else already in the chat saying we're brothers. Well, apparently, we're brothers. So one of them. But a big up to the best chat on YouTube. It's always a pleasure. I will chill out now, guys. Don't worry. I'm not. It's just lost my head a little bit, I guess. Check me out, Double AFC, Talking Kit. They're the two channels, man. Content coming out on there. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. So, yeah, big up, everyone. Like the video. Support all these guys because these guys are all amazing. Oh, I have to say as well. Last night, Saeed, you and Lee, the funniest thing I've ever
I know.
Bro, them phone calls.
He was drunk, man. He was drunk, but he did well.
He was waved.
He was waved.
You was lost. You would get that. But I was watching you. I was watching you before Lee come on, right? And I've never seen that side of you before, bro. Like Come on, guys. We got to do it, man. Come on. Who we got to buy,
listen.
man? Oh, and
All right, when I'm playing game,
bro,
yeah.
the way you fumbled Mbappe that first time.
Mbappe, I know.
Hilarious, bro.
We might play tomorrow actually because he's getting a pad. So he's nothing. If you're watching Lee, yeah, get that pen ready. And after Big Six, you might see us playing on YouTube.
Was funny, man.
So, yeah.
Yo, my LB ain't working, bruv. My LB ain't working, bruv.
Hey, working, bruv.
That was funny.
Hey, big up Lee, man. Big up Lee, man. Nah,
Yeah,
big up, bro. Big up, man. But yeah, check out Double A's channel, man. Double AFC as well, Talking Kit as well. Ash, big up to you, man, as always, man. Love for coming on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Having us as always, and pleasure to spend time with the boys, Flawless and Double A, and yourself, Saeed, you know, and the chat as well. You know, make sure you're hitting that like button, boys. You know, quality free content here every weekend as always, and every day with Saeed, you know, providing a platform for YouTubers all and content creators all over the place. You know what I mean? The best out there. Yeah. Looking forward to next week. Looking forward to seeing where Lisandro Martinez is at, and we'll do it again next week.
Yeah, definitely, man. Flawless is going to be live. We're going to redirect his stream. Flawless, let them know what you're going to do on the stream,
so
bro.
United, Chelsea, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool show. So we're discussing all those things. Of course, United beating West Ham, Arsenal beating Liverpool with them, you know, Alisson Van Dijk mistake. So we're discussing all that. Chelsea getting absolutely battered by Wolves, and of course Spurs drawing away at Everton as well. So, you know, crossover on the channel of all the 5 different podcasts I have on there, people. So yeah, Sarcasm City TV on YouTube, Sarcasm City TV Gaming. There's no pro clubs tonight because it's glitched, so it's not even been working. You know what I'm saying? And we was on the title challenge, and now it's stopped. So here we are. But yeah, big up for having me. As always say, like legit, me.
Come on.
Like Ash said, man, not only did you give your platform to us free and many other content creators as well. Of course, Ash, always good chopping up with you, and Double A, my guy. You know what I'm saying 100%. You already know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Big up to you, man. Them. I'll be back midday tomorrow for the midday live. Me, Lee Gunner, a couple of other guys as well. Roms is gonna get cooked as well. You get me on that one. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a funny show. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and obviously Straight Jacket podcast as well, 5 o'clock tomorrow evening as well. So big up to everyone here. Like the video, crazy stream. We're out. Peace.